Hello everyone, welcome to MBA Karo. In this video, I am going to discuss the solutions of the DILR section of the first lot of CAT 2021 so that you know what should have been the best approach to solving these questions. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please do like my content if you truly love it and do share it with your fellow aspirants. So let's begin with the first set. This was the easiest set in the paper. It says that the horizontal bars in the above diagram represent 2020 aggregate sales in rupees million of a company for the different subcategories of its products. The top four product subcategories: books, bookcases, chairs, furnishings, and tables. So these four categories belong to furniture product category. So these are furniture. The bottom four, accessories, copiers, machines, and phones, belong to the technology product category. Okay, so this top four is furniture, this is technology, and the remaining are office supply. Okay, these are all office supply. So it is basically categorized into three things: furniture, office supply, and technology. Okay, and for each of the product subcategories there is a vertical line indicating the sales of the corresponding subcategory in 2019. So for each of these you could see a vertical line. This is the vertical line. Okay, now if you see this, let us say this is 2.5. You can say this is roughly 2.2 in 2020. This is how you read the graph. And this is just less than 2.2, right? So that is 1.9 in 2019. Okay. Similarly, let us say if you have to find for this appliances, this is somewhat 3.1 in 2020. And if you look at this, this is 1.9 in 2019. So this is how you read the values in the graph. So the bar shows the sale in 2020 and the line, vertical line, shows the sale in 2019. Okay, so let's look at the first question. The total sales in rupees million in 2019 from products in the office supplies category is closest to. See, you do not need to actually find these values because they may not be exact. Okay, so it is talking about the office supplies category. So office supplies category is the central one. So top four are furniture, then the bottom four are your technology. So these are office supplies, and you need to add these values for 2019. Remember, this is asking 2019. Some people might get it wrong. So in 2019, if we see this is roughly 3.6, you can say. Okay, 3.6. Now this is approximately zero point 0.4. This is somewhere zero point 0.4 or zero point 0.5. Let us say zero point 0.4. See, we will get approximate values. We can anyway find it. So this is 1.9. This we can say that again somewhere 0.3 to zero point 0.4. Okay, so let us take it 0.4. Let's take this 0.2 and zero point 0.1. So 0.1, zero point 2. So what one must do is avoid the decimals. Okay, avoiding the decimals helps because you don't need to write point. Okay, you can just add these numbers easily in your head also. Okay, if you're good with numbers, you can easily add them in your head. If not, uh, still you can write and save time on that. Okay, so paper is exactly 1.5, so this is 15. This is somewhere 43, you can say 4.3, and supplies is 1.1. Okay, so let us take it 11. All right, so don't forget to write zeros if required. Okay, all right, so if we add this 40, 59, 63, 64, 66, 81, 81 plus 54, 135. 135 essentially means 13.5, and we have an option 13.5. In such questions, one should not worry that we are not getting exact value. Let us say you accidentally took 3 for it. Okay, you could have taken zero point 0.3 also, because we cannot say that it is exactly 0.2. It looks to be 0.25, and the question also says closest to. So let us say if you get the answer 13.7 also, that is also perfectly fine, because it is already saying that it has to be closest to, not necessarily exactly. Now this one also you could have read as 0.45, because it is not zero point 0.4, it looks very close to zero point 0.5. So even if you took 0.5, it might have increased. So let us say you got some answer in the range 13.2 or to, let us say, 13.8, you would have definitely marked this as the answer. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next question. The percentage increase in sales in furniture category from 2019 to 2020 is closest to. Okay, so this is the furniture category. Now, how do we solve percentage increase based questions? See, one thing that people generally would do in this question is they will find the sale in 2019, they will find the sale in 2020, and then subtract this and then divide by 2019. So we need 2019 is a must. For this, we do not need to find 2020. We can just find the increase and then answer. That is also a good way to answer the question. Okay. All right. So let us see this book cases. If we see this is somewhere 1.9. So let us write 19. This is, can we write 62? 6.2, somewhere like that. This is like 21. If we take, see, if we add these two, these come very, very close to zero point 0.2. The deviation is almost same. Okay, and in tables we can write it as this is 0.4.5, so we'll write 4.4 or 44 for our convenience. So 40, 84, 146. So this year it is 146. Okay, now what is the increase? So can we measure this increase? This increase is of 3. This increase is of, we can say that it is 8. Isn't it increase of 8? This is increase of 1, maybe even less than that. And this increase is also of 1, very small increase. So we can say that it is increase of roughly 13, right? Roughly 13. 5 and 8, 13. Now again the question says closest to. So you do not need to worry that we are not getting some exact value. Okay. So rough, it is less than 10%. 10% is what? 14.6, right? You just need to see the options. Clear cut. 1% is not possible. 20% is way too high. So it has to be 8%. You need not worry it is coming as 7.8% or 8.5%. It is asking closest to. So even if your calculations are not exact, like instead of 146, you got 150 or you got 143, that is perfectly fine. All right, let's move on to the next question. How many subcategories had sales of rupees 4 million or more in 2019 and registered an increase in sales in excess of 25% in 2020? So 4,000 million or more in 2019, increase in sales in excess of 25%. So first of all, the first criteria is very simple, that we need to check that how many had 4 million or more in 2019. So beyond this, we need to check that if what are the lines that they have. So there is one category, two category, three category, four category. Only four categories. Now, sorry, this one is also there. Five categories. Now, in this case, first thing we have figured out. Second thing is increase should be more than 25%. So does it look like 25%? No, it is very small portion of this, isn't it? You do not even have to just calculate the values. See, this is 6.2 to 7. 25%, how is it possible? So that is not the answer. Okay, this we will not get. See, without, you do not need to calculate, just see the graph. Does it even look like 25%? Definitely not. This also does not look like 25%, very small portion. 25% means one fourth. So this is more than 4. Okay, and this is less than 1. Okay, so definitely it cannot be more than one fourth. In this case you have a loss, right? This is the only category which looks healthy, isn't it? So let us say that if it is 25% or more, so this is somewhere around 5.8 and the increase is 7.7. So increase is of 1.9, definitely greater than 25%. You do not have to calculate how much is it, 30%, 33%. You just need to tell whether it is more than 25. Yes, so there is only one subcategory which is phones. Okay, so let's see the next question in this. The improvement index for a category is the maximum percentage increase in sales from 2019 to 2020 among any of its subcategories. The correct order of categories in increasing order of its improvement index is. So we are given three categories. One category is furniture. So these four are furniture. These are all office supplies, and these are all technology. So we need to tell that maximum percentage increase in sales from 2019 to 20 among any of its subcategories. We do not have to find the overall percentage increase. We have to find in any of the categories. Okay. Now in this case, if we see the maximum percentage increase will be in this case, right? If we talk about furniture, it was in chairs. And how much is it? It is 62 to 70. Right, so 8 out of 62, somewhere 15%, even less than 15. Right, so let's say for 13%, rough estimate. Here you see that very high increase. See, we in the previous question we saw that it was 58 and 80, 58 and 77. So roughly 33%, or you can say 30. It was close to 35%, isn't it? Let us check with this thing. It looks to be a good change. See, you do not need to calculate, just see the portion. If you can visualize this, see, this portion, out of this portion looks very big. So let us actually calculate also. So this is 36 3.6, and this is 53 5.3. So this is an increase of 17 out of 36, which is roughly 50% increase, right? So office has the highest increase, followed by technology and furniture. What we have to find in increasing order. So increasing order means furniture should come first, then technology, then office supply. The purpose of this question is not to make exact calculations, but to use an estimation. How can you estimate the values and get the answers? Because the answer values are absolutely far off. Okay, so we can just do it that way. Okay, so now let's move on to the next set. Right, so it says that there are seven people: Amudha, Bhartan, Chandran, Dinesh, Ezil, Fani, and Gautam. Any pair of them could be either be strangers, acquaintances, or friends. All relationships are mutual. For example, if Amudha is a friend of Bharatan, then Bharatan is also a friend of Amudha. Similarly, if Amudha is a stranger to Bharatan, then Bharatan is also a stranger to Amudha. Okay, so that is the thing given to us, and some partial information is given to us, and some information given here plus some table. Based on this, we need to find out that who is connected to whom in which manner. All right. Okay, so before solving the questions, let us see that how do we complete this table. So first of all, one must see that there are seven persons, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, G is 7. So everyone will have six relations, right? One cannot be related to same person, isn't it? So we can say that he will have one friend. Okay, one friend, and there will be one friend here also. Okay, let's now read the statements and try to figure it out who are the friends and all those things. Okay, Amuda, Bharatan, and Chandran are mutual strangers. So what does it mean that Amuda, Bharatan, and Chandran are mutual strangers? So for Amudha, Bharatan and Chandran are strangers. For Bharatan, Amudha and Chandran are strangers. For Chandran, Amudha and Bharatan are strangers. Okay, done. Simple statement. Amudha, Dinesh and Fani are Ezil's friends. Remember, these are Ezil's friends. Amudha, Dinesh and Fani. Now, this does not mean that Ezil has only three friends. It is not mentioned. It is mentioned that these are friends. So maybe Ezil might have more friends also. Now we will map the same thing in this table also. So Amudha has Ezil as a friend. Okay. Dinesh has Ezil as a friend, and Fani has Ezil as a friend. Done. Okay. Next is given to us is Chandran and Gautam are friends. So Chandran has Gautam as a friend, and Gautam will have Chandran as a friend. Okay. So this is also done. Every friend of Amudha is an acquaintance of Bharatan, and every acquaintance of Bharatan is a friend of Amudha. So that means every friend of Amudha is an acquaintance of Bharatan, and every acquaintance of Bharatan is a friend of Amuda. So that means these are exactly same in number and the same person. Okay, so this means Bharatan has only one acquaintance, that is Ezil. Okay, because every friend of Amuda has only one friend. That person, so that will be the acquaintance of Bharatan, and whoever is the acquaintance of Bharatan will be a friend of Amuda. So that is Ezil. Okay, this is also done. Every friend of Bharatan is an acquaintance of Amudha, and every acquaintance of Amudha is a friend of Bharatan. So it says that if this is a friend of Bharatan, that has to be acquaintance of Amuda, and the relationship is mutual. So we see that there is only one acquaintance of Amuda, so there has to be only one acquaintance of Bharatan. Okay, sorry, one friend of Bharatan, and that has to be the same person as acquaintance of Amuda. Now let us see that can we find out who that friend is. Okay, let's say can we find out. Now Bharatan cannot have Amudha as a friend because we know that these are strangers. Chandran is also a stranger to Bharatan, right? Dinesh is Azil's friend. Okay, Dinesh can be a friend of Bharatan, we do not know. Okay, Azil Azil is not given as a friend of Bharatan. Okay, Azil is already an acquaintance of Bharatan. So Azil cannot be a friend. Okay. Fani has only one friend who is Azil. So Fani cannot have friend as Bharatan because one friend is done. Similarly, Gautam has only one friend, that is Chandran. So Gautam cannot be the friend of Bharatan. So from these statements, we have figured out that all these cannot be the friends. So only one person is possible, that is Dinesh. So Dinesh is the friend of Bharatan, and Dinesh is the acquaintance of Amudha also. Okay. So what we will do is we will fill these same things in Dinesh also. So Dinesh has Bharatan as a friend, and Dinesh has Amudha as an acquaintance. All right. So we have filled these relations. So obviously, Bharatan will have four strangers, one friend, one acquaintance, four strangers. Now, can we fill these two? Yes. So we have B, C, D, E, F, and G will be strangers here. F and G are strangers. So in F and G, we will fill Amudha as the stranger because these relationships are mutual. Okay, so if they are stranger to Amudha, Amudha will be stranger to them. So this is how we have to complete the table step by step. So we will fill the same information for other person as well. Okay, so now for Bharatan, we see that D, E, A, C are done. F and G are left. So F and G should be strangers to Bharatan. Now similarly, Bharatan will be stranger to Fani and Gautam. Okay. Now, how do we proceed next? Is Amudha is done, Bharatan is done, completely done. Now, if you see Gautam has six people in network. We know both his friends as well as strangers, right? Strangers are two plus one friend. So the remaining three persons will be acquaintances. So ABC are done. Then DEF will be his acquaintances. Similarly, we will put in DEF, we will put Gautam. So Dinesh has Gautam as an acquaintance. Okay. Azil also has Gautam as an acquaintance, and Fani also has Gautam as an acquaintance. Now, how do we proceed? Bharatan is done, Amudha is done, Gautam is done. If you see Dinesh, if you see Dinesh, we see that two people, two here, so two here. So it should be two, two, two. Now, two, 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 if we see, so A is done, B is done, C is left, uh, and C and F are left. Okay, so C and F will be his strangers. Okay, now C and F are his strangers, so that means Dinesh will be stranger to C, and Dinesh will be stranger to Fani also. Okay, all right. Now let us see that how do we fill remaining information. We have filled thus far all this information. Chandran is, we have filled 1, 2, 5. We need to find one acquaintance of Chandran, and we need to find friends also for others. Dinesh is done. Ezil is. Okay, so let us find that the sixth person here. Okay, sixth person here. How do we find? Mm, if we see, for this we have found five people, and here we need to find the sixth person. So Fani and Chandran. Okay, so if we see that Fani and Chandran, so Chandran cannot be this, right? Chandran cannot be stranger. Sorry, Chandran cannot be friends. If we put Chandan here, Chandran here, and then Fani should come here. Okay, and that would complete one, four, six, five relations. And if you put Fani here, that would be, if you put Chandran here, that Fani would come here. Let's see, Dinesh is, so Dinesh is done. Let us see that if we have put Dinesh elsewhere also. Dinesh in B and E. Okay, B and E, Dinesh is friend. A and G, Dinesh is stranger. So A is, sorry, acquaintance A, and G, he is stranger. And C and F, he is a stranger. Okay, so that is done. So we have to fill Azil. Azil will have one stranger. So who could that be? Okay, so let us see who can be Azil's stranger. Okay, we have filled these people, right? So Azil cannot be stranger to this. So Azil has to be stranger to either Chandran, okay, or Dinesh is also filled in Azil. Okay, we know for, so we have Chandran left, and Fani is friend. Okay, so for Azil only one relationship is left, which is stranger. Okay, and these are already filled, so Azil cannot be stranger to any of these. So Azil is stranger to Chandran. So Chandran has Azil as stranger, so this is also done. So we are done with Chandran also. Now we know that for this and one this. Okay, so Azil one relationship is left, and for Fani also one relationship is left. We have filled five relations A, D, F. We have to fill B for Azil. Okay, so where does Azil come in B? So Azil is an acquaintance, isn't it? For Bharatan, Azil is an acquaintance. So Bharatan will be acquaintance to Azil. So similarly, this is also done 3 to 1, total six people. For Fani, we have filled A, B, D, E, G. Okay, one person is remaining, that is C. Okay, and how does C related to Fani? So C has only one person left here. Chandran, one person was left, that is Fani, and here it will be Chandran. So we get two acquaintances and three friends. Okay, so this is how we complete the table. Okay, so this is all the relations mapped with each other. So it was a good question, just required to map data in both the directions. Okay, let's see the questions. Who are Gautam's acquaintances? So if we talk about Gautam's acquaintances, he has three acquaintances, D, E, and F. So Dinesh, Azil, and Fani are Gautam's acquaintances. Which of these pairs share the same type of relationship? So Bharatan and Chandran have a relationship of strangers, and Dinesh and Azil. Dinesh and Azil, if we see, this is friends, right? So same relationship is not there. Chandran Azil are strangers, and Dinesh Gautam. Dinesh and Gautam are acquaintances. Amudha Gautam are strangers. Azil Fani are friends. So this should be the answer. See, in an examination, if you are able to reject three options, do should not check the fourth one. But let's see, Bharatan and Azil. Bharatan and Azil, if we see, like Bharatan Azil is acquaintance, Fani Gautam. So Fani and Gautam also are acquaintances. So that is the correct one. Next question, who is an acquaintance of Amudha? So Amudha has acquaintance as Dinesh. Now this question could have been answered if you solve the partial set itself. So one must see the option questions also, that can you answer some of the questions by spending minimal time on a set. Who is an acquaintance of Chandran? Okay, so Chandran, we need to find that who is the acquaintance. Okay, so Chandran acquaintance is Funny. Okay, how many friends does Azil have? Uh, Azil has three friends. how many people are either a friend or a friend of a friend of SL? Okay, so we need to tell how many people are either direct friends or friend of a friend of SL. So let's check that. So SL, if we see, SL has three friends, ADF, ADF, three friends. Now let us look at Bharatan. Bharatan is a friend of friend. Azil is a friend Dinesh, and Bharatan is a friend of Bharatan is a friend of Dinesh. Right? So this is friend of friend. It is asking friend of friend. Chandran, Chandran is not a friend of Azil. Right? Gautam is not friend of Azil. So Chandran will not be counted. If we see Gautam, Gautam is a friend of Chandran, and these are not friends of Ezel, right? So that is not counted. So we have four people. Three are friend, and one is a friend of friend. So six question set, a good set, and people could have tried attempting this in the paper. All right, let's move on to the next question. It says that a journal plans to publish 18 research papers written by 8 authors A to H in 4 issues of the journal scheduled in January, April, July, and October. Each of the research papers was written by exactly one of the 8 authors. So 18 research papers written by 8 authors. 5 papers were scheduled in each of the first 2 issues. So we have issues in January, April, July, and October. So five issues in this, and five papers in these 2 issues, and 4 in these two. Every author wrote at least one paper and at most 3 papers. So minimum 1 to maximum 3 papers. The total number of papers written by ADGH was double of the total number of papers written by the other 4. So ADGH is double of other 4. Now total 18 papers are written. Okay, 18 papers are written. So let us say that ADGH, so other 4, suppose they wrote X letters. So this will be total of 2X. So total 3X is 18. So that means that ADGH collectively wrote 12 and others wrote a total of 6 research papers. Okay, now another thing that we can get from this is we are given that maximum 3 are possible. So that means A, D, G, and H all wrote 3 papers each. Okay, and the remaining we do not know. So 4 people wrote six papers. It could be 1 and 2, but ADGH wrote 3 papers each. Okay, 4 authors from India, 2 each from Japan and China. Each author belonged to exactly one of the 3 areas: manufacturing, automation, and logistics. 4 of the authors were from logistics area and 2 were from automation area. As per the journal policy, none of the authors could have more than one paper in any issue of the journal. Okay, so these are all the conditions that one issue, there will be only one research paper by a person. They have different areas, they belong to different countries, and they wrote different number of papers. So multi-level arrangement. Okay, all right, so let us see further information. And also, like I've jotted down the points that I wrote before, that January and April 5, July, October 4 each, and these 3 people wrote 3 papers each. Okay, now these are the areas and these are the number of people from different countries. So what we will do, we will formulate a table. We will find person, the number of papers that they wrote, the country they belong to, and the area of expertise. And also we will make another thing. We will write who wrote paper in January, who all wrote paper in April, who all wrote paper in July, and who are the ones who published in October. So in January and April there should be 5, and July, October there should be 4 publications. Okay, now this was a challenging set. It came with like 6 questions. Okay, but it was a lengthy one also. So let's now fill the information. F, an Indian author from logistics area, wrote only one paper. Acha, we know that A, D, G, H. Let us put 3. A, D, G, H, 3 papers each. F, India, logistics, 1 paper. F, one paper, country is India, and the area is logistics. It was scheduled in October issue, right? So F has uh, publication in October. So this is how we will keep filling point by point. A was from automation area and did not have a paper scheduled in October issue. A is from automation, did not have in October. So A has three papers. So three have to be in three different months. So A will have papers in January, April, and July. Done. None of the Indian authors were from the manufacturing area, and none of the Japanese or Chinese authors were from automation area. So that means whoever is from automation is Indian. Okay. And Indian cannot be in non-Indian in manufacturing. So this will help us map things. Now this is automation, right? So this he is from India. Okay. A and H were from different countries, but had their paper scheduled in exactly the same issues. So we know that H is publishing three papers. So H paper got published in this. A and H are from different countries. So H has to be from Japan or China. Okay. This is also done. We will rule out the possibility later on. C and E, both Chinese authors. So C and E are both from China. Okay. There are only two people from China. Right. So this will be from A, H will be from Japan. C and E, both Chinese authors from different areas. Now see this. Uh, Japanese and Chinese are not from automation. So these people will be from manufacturing and uh, the other one is logistics. So C and E will be from different. Okay, so this is manufacturing and logistics. Okay, they had the same number of papers scheduled, right? So now they can have one or they can have two also. Now see this, whether will they have one or two. The reason is these four have 12. Okay, remaining has to be 6. Remaining needs to be 6. Okay, now if we see this, one is already done, we need to fill 5 more. So that means like we cannot put 113 because 3 is already done, right? We cannot have 113. Instead we can have 221. So C and E, they have same number of paper schedule. So and E has also, it is given that E has paper scheduled in consecutive issues. So that means they have multiple, right? It is not single. So this case gets eliminated. So we know that this is two papers each. So C and E have two papers each, and this will give us that B has one paper. Now, C and E have two papers. It is also given that E had papers scheduled in consecutive issues of the journal, but C did not. Now, E has consecutive, but C does not have consecutive. So, we can have something like this if E is consecutive. So, if we put E like this, C will also be consecutive. Okay. If we put EE like this, we can have C separated like this. But if we again put EE like this, C will again be consecutive. So we have only this possibility that C will have papers published in January and October, and E will have both here. So this information is also complete. B from the logistics area had a paper scheduled in April issue of the journal. So B is from logistics and had the paper in April. So this is B here. Okay. B and G belong to the same country. None of their papers were scheduled in the same issues of the journal. Now G has 3 papers issued and B has 1 paper issued. Total of 4 papers. Now they have not, none of their papers were scheduled in the same issue. So that means all 4 in all different issues. So B has scheduled here. So G will come in remaining 3 months. Okay. So we have done for G also, and they belong to the same country. Okay. Now same country means uh, two Chinese are done. Okay, Chinese both are done. Japanese, if we take them both as Japanese, we will get 3 Japanese, but we have only 2 Japanese. So these two same country is India. So B and G belong to India. Now see, we have full 4 Indians also, we have full 2 Chinese also. So D will be Japanese. So this is how we fill information by eliminating other possibilities. Okay, so this is also done. D, a Japanese author. So we already knew that he's a Japanese person from the manufacturing area. So this is from manufacturing area. Did not have a paper scheduled in July issue. Now D has three papers. He did not have in July. So D will have in January, D will have in April, D will have in October. Okay. So this is how we get all the list of papers in each of these sessions. Okay. Now C and H belong to different areas. So we need to fill the areas of these two people and confirmed about C and E also. All right, so we have four in logistics, manufacturing and automation, two each. Four in logistics. So two in logistics are done, three in logistics are done. Okay. C and H belong to different areas. So if C belongs to, let us say, C belongs to logistics, then this has to belong to manufacturing. Now see this, we cannot have H belonging to manufacturing. See, one manufacturing person is D. Okay. One manufacturing person has to be one out of these. Okay. It says that from somewhere we got this, that these are manufacturing and this. C and E, we say that different areas, right? So they cannot be from automation. That we could sense because they are from China. So they cannot be in automation. So one of these manufacturing comes from these two people. So manufacturing nahi ho sakta hai, right? H is not possible as manufacturing. H cannot be automation because H is from Japan. So H is in logistics. Okay. If H is in logistics, C and H belong to a different area. So C will be from manufacturing because E cannot be in logistics. If C is in manufacturing, then E has to be in logistics. So we have two manufacturing done, four logistics done. So this person is from automation. G is from automation. Okay. So this is how we will fill this complete table. So this difficult and lengthy question, but at the same time it gave you 6 questions to attempt. What is the correct sequence of the number of papers written by B, C, E, and G respectively? Okay, so you could have done this by maybe seeing the options also. So G, we knew three papers. Okay, so you could have simply rejected these two options. Then it was about B, C, E, G. Okay, like if you, this is something which could have been answered by partially solving the set. Okay, B, C, E, G, B, C, E, G, 1, 2, 2, 3. That is the answer to this question. Okay. How many papers were written by Indian authors? So Indian authors, we need to find how many total papers written by them. So Indian has three, one that adds to four, four plus four, eight papers. Which of the following statements must be true? Every issue had at least one paper by authors from each country. Okay, so let us see that which of these is true. Every So we have a Indian is there. Okay, then we have B, D is Japanese. Japanese is also there, and G, H. So we do not have any Chinese in this, right? We do not have any Chinese in this. C and E are Chinese, and they are not present in this. So this is incorrect. Okay, this is incorrect. Sorry, we have Chinese. We have C as Chinese here. So A, C, D, G, H. This fits. Second says A, B, D, E, H. A, B, D, E, H. So this is also as from all countries. A, E, G, H. A, E, G, H. So Japanese is also there. All are there. C, D, F, G. C, D, FG. So yes, that is true. My bad. So this is true. All these have like at least one paper by author from each country. Every issue had at most two papers by authors of each area. Okay, so we need to check with area also. Now these are, see, even if you solve a set, you should avoid attempting this kind of question because it eats up your lot of time. You need to check each and every statement very carefully. Okay. All right. So let us see this. What does it say? It says that each every issue had at most two papers by authors from each area. Okay, so we will have to see. A is from automation, okay, and then C is from manufacturing, D is again from manufacturing. So at most two uh, is satisfied. Then G and H, G and H. So yes, so this looks fine. Okay, so we should not have three of. So basically, it says we should not have three from any of the areas. Okay, so if we see April, April is A B D, A B D E H, E H. So we have two. So in this case, we have three from logistics. A, B, E, and H. B, E, H, they are from logistics. It says that every issue had at most two papers. No, that is not true. Okay, so this is not true. So only statement A is true. Now this is a lengthy question to do because you need to check each and everything very carefully. Okay, so let's see the next one. Which of the following statements is false? Okay, so first is every issue had exactly one paper by a Chinese author. Okay, so Chinese are C and E. This is true because uh, CE, we said that these are in different things, right? So it is asking which is false. Every issue had at least one paper by authors from automation area. So who are from automation? A and G. So A is in present in 3 and G is also present. So this is also true. Next is every issue had exactly two papers by authors from logistic area. So logistic is B E F H, B E F H. So we have to tell exactly two papers. Okay. Now this is not true because in the previous question also we encountered that there are three people from logistics. It is saying exactly two. Okay, it did not say at least two. It is saying exactly through. So that is a wrong statement. Which of the following statements is false? Again, a false based statement. There was exactly one paper by an author from logistic area in October issue. C, D, F, G. C, D, F, and G. One paper from this is true. There was exactly one paper by an author from manufacturing area in April issue. Manufacturing, we know that three from logistics. A and D we need to check, and D is from manufacturing. So this is true. There were exactly two papers by authors from manufacturing area in July. Two papers, manufacturing area in July. C and D are manufacturing area in July, false. Okay, so that is the answer to this question. Which of the following is the correct sequence of the number of papers published by authors from automation, manufacturing, and logistic areas? Automation, manufacturing, and logistics. Automation is 3 plus 3, 6. Okay, then we have manufacturing is 5, 2 plus 3, 5. So 6, 5, and 7. That is the answer to this. So lengthy set and time consuming questions also, especially these true false statements wherein you need to check each of these. Okay, all right, so let's proceed now. It is the next set. Now this was a difficult set. It had four questions but it was very lengthy. So as we discussed the previous one, that Amudha Bharatan, that was a better set as compared to this, given that it had only four questions. Okay, so let us see the set. It says that Ganga, Kaveri, and Narmada are three women who buy four raw materials: mango, apple, banana, and milk, and sell five finished products. These are the products given to us. Table 1 gives information about the raw materials required to produce the five finished products. One unit of a finished product requires one unit of each of the raw materials mentioned in the second column of the table. Okay, so that is the raw material given, and this is how much it is required, right? So second column shows what all is required. Okay, so for mango smoothie you need mango and milk. Similarly, for fruit salad you need mango, apple, and banana. Okay, so next is that one unit of milk, mango, and apple, banana cost. This cost is also given to us. Each unit of a finished product is sold for a profit equal to two times the number of raw materials used to make that product. See, if you do not understand it, they have given example also. For example, apple smoothie is made with two raw materials, apple and milk, and will be sold for a profit of 4 per unit. Okay, so that is given to us. Leftover raw materials are sold during the last business hour of the day for a loss of rupees per unit. So let us say milk is left over. So milk will be sold for 4 rupees. If mango is left over, it will be sold for 2 rupees. Okay, it will be sold for 1. Okay, and banana will be for 0. Okay, 1 rupee less than their actual price. The following additional facts are known. Right, some facts are given to us. No one except possibly Ganga sold any mango smoothie. Each woman sold either 0 or 1 unit of any single finished product in any hour. Okay, so like this, we are given the conditions. So let's do the next step, that is to fill who sells what, and then we will see the questions also. So this is the information that was presented, that milk, mango, apple, and banana are costing this much. So first of all, what we will do is we will find the cost. Okay, and then we will find the selling price also. So milk smoothie is milk is 5, and like mango smoothie, mango is 3. So this is cost is 8. I'm writing the cost. Okay, apple is of 2 rupees, so it will be of 7. Banana is of banana smoothie will be of 6 rupees. Mixed fruit smoothie, so mixed fruit smoothie we are adding all these, so the cost is 11. Fruit salad we are adding these three items, so this is the cost. Okay, now profit is 2 times the number of items. So profit in this case will be 4, because 2 items, 4, 4, 8, and 6. Right, so that is 2 times the number of items sold. So we need to find the selling price, that is of concern, because we are given the sale here. Okay, so what we need to put here is uh, like add this 8 plus 4 12, 7 plus 4 is 11, this is 6 plus 4 10, 11 plus 8 is 19, and 6 plus 6 is 12. So these are the selling price of different items. Okay, now let us look at the table and the conditions. No one except possibly Ganga sold any mango smoothie. So only Ganga could have sold mango smoothie. Kaveri and Narmada did not. Okay. Each woman sold either 0 or 1 unit of any single finished product in any hour. So they sold only 0 unit or 1 unit of it. They cannot sell multiple units of the same product. Okay. Each woman had exactly 1 unit each of 2 different raw materials as leftovers. Okay. And no one had any banana leftover. So they have either milk as the leftover, they have mango as the leftover, or they have apple as the leftover, no banana as a leftover. So each woman had 1 unit each of 2 different raw materials as leftover. Okay. All right. Now let us see that how can we make these combinations. So how can we make 23 as the sum of numbers? See, a person can sell one of a type only. Okay. Now, if we see 23, 23 can be written as 12 plus 11. We cannot sell in single thing, right? It has to be 12 plus 11. 19 is direct 19. It is not, it cannot be expressed as sum. 31. 31, if we try to sell 10, 10, we cannot sell 10, 2 items of 10. Okay, because that is only one item is sold. So it is saying that 0 or 1 unit of any single finished product. Okay, 31 will come as only one possibility, 19 plus 12. Okay. Now, if we see H2, Ganga must have sold 10 plus 11, 21. 22 can be 11 plus 11, but is it possible? No, we cannot have 11 two times, because one product is sold only once. So the only possibility is 10 plus 12. Now 21 is again 10 plus 11. 29, 19 plus 10, 30, 19 and 11. 23 will be 11 plus 12. So that was simpler. Now the challenge comes here, that how do we decide that what all products are leftovers in the last one. Okay, So in this case, we are given that each woman had two different raw materials as leftovers, right? So let us say like a person has mango or apple as leftover, right? So 4 plus 2 will be 6 in that case. If a person has apple and banana, right? So then in that case it will be leftover price will be 3. If a person has milk and mango is 6, mango and apple is 3, milk and apple will be 4 plus 1, 5. Two different raw materials. So these are the possible combinations of prices of leftover items. Okay. Now listen to this carefully. How do we decide that what are the leftovers? Now from 30, okay, if we subtract 3, we will get 27. Can we make a sum of 27 from remaining two products? So they will sell two normal products plus two leftover. We cannot make 27 from this. If we subtract 5, we will get 25. 25 again cannot be produced as the sum of any of these two numbers. So that means if we subtract 6, we get 24. 24 can be written as 12 plus 12. So basically it is 12 plus 12 and this 6 is 4 plus 2. So these are the two leftover items and 12 is the price of each of these items. So mango smoothie will be sold, fruit salad will be sold. Now coming to Kaveri. Okay. Now same process we will apply here. If we subtract 3, so we will get 24, right? 24 is quite much possible or not. See this. Interesting catch here is that if we make 12 plus 12 24, it says that no one except Ganga sold any mango smoothie. So we cannot have 24 here. This is not possible because if we make it 24, we have to make 12 plus 12. It is possible in this case because Ganga can sell mango smoothie. So we cannot make 12 plus 12 here. Okay. Now if we reduce 5 from it, we get 22 as the price. So if we have 22, we can make 10 plus 12. We cannot make 11 plus 11. So we can have 10 plus 12 as 22. Then we are left with 5, that is 4 plus 1. Suppose we subtract 6 from the price, what will happen? 27 minus 6, 6 means price of leftovers. So we have original item price 21. 21 is 10 plus 11, quite much possible. So we can also have 10 plus 11 plus 6 is 4 plus 2. So this is a possibility. Okay, so two cases for Kaveri. Now talking about Narmada. Okay, Narmada, if we see from 22, if we subtract 6, we will get 16. Not possible. We will get 19. We will get 17. 16, 17, we cannot make a sum of two numbers. Okay. But 19 we can use directly. So she sold 19 plus 3. 3 is 2 plus 1. So these are the products that they sold. Okay. Now we can map basically the from the prices we can map what item it must be. Okay. All right. So let us see the questions and then we will answer them. All right. So what best can be concluded about the number of units of fruit salad sold in the first hour? Fruit salad cost rupees 12. Okay. Now this is not sure because 12 there is a cost of two things which is 12, mango smoothie as well as fruit salad. So this we cannot say, right? It can be fruit salad or it can be mango smoothie. But this is definitely fruit salad because we are given that only this person can sell mango smoothie. So we can have either one or two, right? So one or two, that is the answer. Which of the following is necessarily true? We have to tell which of these statements is definitely true. Narmada sold 1 unit of leftover milk. Narmada selling 2 plus 1 item. So 2 is mango, 1 is apple. No leftover milk. Incorrect. Kaveri sold 1 unit of leftover mangoes. Kaveri sold leftover mangoes, right? Leftover mangoes cost 2 rupees. So maybe it is saying necessarily true. Necessarily true means which has to be 100% guaranteed. Like suppose if it was if it said that Kaveri sold 1 unit of leftover milk, then it would have been correct because in either case she is selling that leftover milk. But we cannot say that she sold leftover mangoes or not. Ganga did not sell any leftover apples. So Ganga sold leftover mango or milk. She did not sell any leftover apples. Okay. She sold leftover mangoes. Right. We know that mango is for two. So that is the answer to this question. Next, what best can be concluded about the total number of units of milk the three women had in the beginning? So total number of units of milk in the beginning. Now this is a tricky question. Okay, it requires a lot of calculations. So what we need to check is what are the items that do not need milk. Okay, what do not need milk is fruit salad. Okay, fruit salad does not need milk, and we will see the leftover also. We have to check for leftover also. So these are the key things that need to keep in mind. Now, let us do one thing. Let us mark them with circles which we are uncertain of. Okay, because that can be either or case. So this is uncertain because it can be fruit salad also. It can be mango smoothie also. Okay. Now, if we see this, now in this case, one will be fruit salad. Do not count both of them. One will be fruit salad and one will be mango smoothie. Okay, so count only one because they cannot sell same item two times. So we will not count this. Very, very important to count that we will not count this. So what we are certain of, these are all having milk because all other things have milk. Okay, except fruit salad. So these are five, these are certain. This is six, which is certain. Okay, and leftover milk also is certain. So seven is definite, one is can't say. Okay, so this is definite, this is can't say we can add in this. Now Kaveri is selling this 12. See, in these two people, 12 means fruit salad. So this is not counted as milk. Let us find the definite milk one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is 4 is sure. Okay, 5 is sure. Now if we see this case, in this case we might have two cases of two products of milk. In this we will have only one. Okay, so let us count one. Okay, let us count one and let us put this on hold. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 products are definite and one we cannot say. Because if we consider this case, we will have only 6. If we consider this, we might have 7. Okay. Now coming to this person N. Okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. We will not include these. These are fruit salad. Okay. We will not include these because these will be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So 5 is certain. Right. That is exactly 5 only. We cannot have that one more or something. So definite is 18. Now, out of these, we may have one more here. So we might have 18, we might have 19 also, we might have 20 also. 18 or 19 or 20 units. We cannot tell. But 18 is definite. Minimum 18, it can go up to 20 also. Right, so that is the answer to this one. Next is, if it is known that 3 leftover units of mangoes were sold during the last business hour of the day, how many apple smoothies were sold during the day? So we have to find how many apple smoothies sold. Okay, 3 leftover units of mangoes. That means this should come 3 times in the last hour. So that means we will not accept this case because in this case there is no leftover mango. So this is the scenario. Now we have to tell how many apple smoothies. Apple smoothie of 11. Okay, so let's just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 apple smoothies. Okay, so that is the answer to this. So this set was quite challenging, and this was surprising that it had just 4 questions, and one must have avoided this set in the examination and instead done that Amuda Bharatan one. That was comparatively shorter as compared to this set. Okay, so one could have just gone through this, understood that it is a difficult one, and then done that 6 question set. So this is the solution to the sets that were asked in CAT 2021 slot 1 DILR. I hope you loved the explanation of these. I will be uploading the remaining slots as well. So please do subscribe to my channel, and if you find the content useful, like and share it.